Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. For fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Anyway, let me get right to it. So look, I'm gonna play the call. Since niggas just wanna sit up here and keep lying, right? Cause the nigga called my phone looking for me. I'll take this out of my mouth. Called my phone looking for me. He was already looking for me in general because I was in New York, right? That's the only reason I told the nigga to call me. So he called me, and this is what happened. Let me make sure I cut this all the way up.
Yo, what up? Yo, got pen and paper right here. Yo, what time you talking about Mimi? Where you at? What you talking about Mimi? What time? What time? I don't know what time. I just know what time, man. I got shit to do. What time? Give me a time. Give me a time. I'm gonna give you a spot to meet me at. What time, though? No, you ain't said it. No, answer the question, bro. What time? Cause I'm not gonna be sitting there all day. I need to know what time you want to meet me. You want to see me. You looking for me. You looking for me. What you want? What time you want to meet me at? Remember, you looking for me. When you want to meet me? Nah. You give me a time, bro. I don't got everything playing games, dog. You want to meet me? I ain't coming to meet you. You're doing too much talking. I asked you what time, yo. You can't give me that time, bro. Get off my line, man. I don't got time to be playing with you. I'm not giving you no address. I ain't giving you no address. I'm gonna give you the spot to meet me at. So you don't gotta give me the exact address. Well, tell me what time, bro, because I'm not gonna be sitting around, bro. I got shit to do. I ain't giving you no address. I ain't giving you shit. Tell me what time you wanna meet me. I'm gonna give you the spot to meet me at. White Castle, Ghost, whatever. What time? What time, bro? What time? It's 1:05. It's 1:05. You got 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. What time, man? You can give me the time? So I can give you the time. I don't got time for that. I don't got time for that. What time you want me? You don't gotta give me your exact location. Just give me the area. What area? No matter what area. What time you want me? You acting scary, bro. I ain't scared. Bro. Okay, you got 10 seconds. What time you want me?
know, Dad, all my life I've tried to convey my love to you in some special way. But each time I try, I become confused, for the right words are so hard to choose. My love to my love to so hard to choose. My love to my love to so hard to choose. My love to my love to so hard to choose. My love to my love to so hard to choose. My love to my love to so hard to choose. My love to my love to so hard to choose.
Alright, testing 1 2. Is that loud enough? Let me know. Somebody testing you. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Is that better? I don't know what the hell. Maybe something wrong with my headphones. I already gotta take these bitches back. That's crazy, yo. It gotta be something with the headphones. Put me a 1 in the chat if y'all hear me loud and clear. Loud and clear. Let me see. Oh shit, 1. Is that too loud? If it's too loud, let me know. Let me see. Bag it up. Is that too loud? One. It too loud? Okay. Let's lower the volume. Cause that's the boost. All right. What about now? Is that better? Is this better? I put a 1 in the chat. No. Nah. Okay, it's not too loud. Okay, let's put it back. If it's too loud, then lower y'all volume. I don't know what the fuck going on. Alright, I forgot what the fuck I was talking about. What was I talking about? Let's do a sound check. Is that better? I don't want it to be too loud, but if it's too loud, lower your volume. That's all I could do. And when I play everything else, it should fade out. It should fade out in the proper, audio level. But the microphone is my problem. I don't know. It was perfect. It was perfect. So it's perfect now. Alright, so anyway. Back to it. Definition of a father. That's what we talking about. Definition of father and mother. Alright, so father is a man who has begotten a child. The first person of the Trinity. Alright. One related to another in a way, suggesting that of a father to child, an old man, used as a respectful form of address. Alright, so we pretty much got a good understanding of that, right? So today, women should not be using this word, and they should not associate themselves with the word of a father, because it has meaning. If we believe in words having meaning, use meaningful words. Get it? Simple. Simple, elementary. Now, what is the definition of a mother? A female parent. Female, meaning gender. Alright? She's the mother of 3 small children. A woman in authority. Specifically, the superior of a religious community of women. We got it, right? Simple, right? Maternal tenderness or affection. Simple shit, right? Simple. Let's go to some other ones. Sometimes vulgar. I don't know what the fuck that means. Something that is an extreme or an ultimate example of its kind, especially in terms of scale. The mother of all construction projects. The mother of all ocean liners. Cool, man. Cool way I read. Thank you for saying this. Thank you. Hey, Miss Marsha. And Wax, and Giggles, and Simply Made, Fire Goddess. Who else in this thingamajig? Boom, 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 boom. Honey Lot, Chase the Truth. I want to make sure I don't leave nobody out that's already here. Cynthia Simpson said she's gonna be back later. Be safe on that road. I think that's it. Did I miss nobody? Alright, back down to the bottom. So now that we got it understood what a father and a mother is in its proper context, we should not be hearing women, not one woman, say Happy Father's Day. And let's just be honest here. It's women of color that do this shit. Let's just be real here. It's us that say this shit. You understand what I'm saying? So much so that men have started doing it. And on top of that, let me know if y'all ever heard of a man that say Happy Mother's Day to me. Oh shit, where my camera at, man? Y'all gotta see. I got these weird ass facial expressions. I ain't even got my camera on. Now maybe it's my camera. Let me see what happened. I cut my camera on. Let me make sure my audio is off on my camera because I don't want my camera to be doing having no audio whatsoever. Yeah, none. No audio input, no volume, no nothing. Alright, so my audio is still the same with my camera on, correct? Somebody put a 1 in the chat if my audio is still the same with my camera on. Let me see. I can cut the volume up. Yeah, none. No. Yeah, we good. Alright, so anyway. So what I want to get into is this. Let's pull this thingamajig down. Let's put this over here. Case in point.
Target to remove baby daddy cards that appears to feature a black couple after shoppers slammed the chain for using term that is associated with deadbeat or absent parents. Customer ire has pushed Target to remove its baby daddy greeting cards from stores ahead of Father's Day. Frustration with the cards first started approximately 2 weeks ago when Facebook user Takesha Saunders posted a photo of the card. She said, "You cannot be serious, Target. Really? This was the only Father's Day card that featured a black couple." Saunders had found the particular card at a Rockwall, Texas, location, but comments on her post detailed how the card was housed at stores across the country. The sand-colored card features what appears to be a couple of color and the phrase baby daddy in maroon lettering. The inside of the card, as noted by a user on Saunders' post, does include the message, "You're a wonderful husband and father, and I'm so grateful to have you as my partner, my friend, and my baby daddy." But Saunders quickly explained that the other names weren't as prevalent as baby daddy. Ran it past the hubs and he would have been upset simply because of what the term generally means in our culture. "It's not sweet or nice," she stated. "It's a term used to describe a deadbeat or absent parent. Yeah, it's sweet on the inside, but whomever created this card doesn't know what it means. Thanks for posting the inside, I didn't read it." Saunders' post has since gone viral, with others sharing their annoyance with the brand via other forms of social media. The anger prompted a response from Target on Monday. The popular chain said, "We assure you it is never our intention to offend our guests with the merchandise we provide. We sincerely apologize to anyone this particular card has offended. Please verify the store location this was displayed so we can share your feedback." Target doesn't manufacture the cards and American Greetings was not available for a comment, but Saunders hoped to shed light on why the card upset her. She told Fox News, "I would hope that American Greetings and Target's purchasers would become more aware of the items on their shelves and how they may not have the desired impact on the targeted demographic consumers," she said.
Now, I think it's funny that people find offense to that. Alright? And what's weird about it is let's go over history in Hollywood, shall we? Anybody remember this movie? Who remembers that movie? My Baby Daddy, 2004, right? And Anthony Anderson, see, starring Anthony Anderson and Eddie Griffin. All right. Now I'm trying to figure out this. Like, you upset about Target's card, which the baby daddy phrase came from black people. And that's what a lot of women of color say. Let's just be honest here. My baby daddy this, my baby daddy that, my baby daddy this. I'm just saying, like, and then not to mention, hold on, it ain't it. That ain't it. Let's spell it. I put the 7 in there. Who remember this song?
Need a crappy drawing of a pink bird thing?
Nope.
Ask your niece. Go to Fiverr and
Hold
get
on
a
one second,
professionally
y'all.
designed logo for brand recognition. Any style.
Who remember this?
Get in! Pick up the phone, girl! Good God Almighty, you make me miss my show. There's gonna be some trouble. I'm talking about I had you destroyed.
Hi, thanks for joining the Tricky Lake Show.
Y'all remember this shit?
Kids and ladies, you're gonna love this. No good dads and their baby's mom.
Look at there. Lord, have mercy.
And keep in mind, no good dads and they babies' mamas. You feel me? That's why I said masculinity and fatherhood has been under attack for years. This is not new. This is not even the 2000s. This was 93, 94. What year this shit came out of? 96 or some shit? I was in high school. How we forgot? I tell you one thing, because I ain't gonna play the song, but let's go over the comments. This is the fun part. Let me zoom in. Zoom. Da, 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 da. Hold on, let me zoom. Where's the comment section? Did I zoom in too far? I zoomed in too far. Let's go over. Yeah, let's go down. Right there. Alright. Now you ready for this shit? This song speaks to me on a spiritual level. A spiritual level. Maury theme song. That is a black girl, a black woman. If it's a girl, that's even worse. She's not an adult. But we'll just say she's a black woman at this point. This was the most ratchet song, but it was catchy. Black woman. I absolutely love classical music. Fuck that mean. Ratchet before ratchet went mainstream. You see that? Ghetto as hell. Funny to know, all those baby dads in the videos are in their 20s now. Oh, babies, I'm sorry. Y'all want me to keep going? Let's keep going. LOL, Ratchet. Before Ratchet was Ratchet. Only in the 90s. Oh, how I miss these days. You miss those days? Word. But did he ever figure out who that is? Tariq Nasheed. Of course Tariq Nasheed is in the video. Did y'all know Tariq Nasheed was in the video? What's up, Magnolia C? Did y'all know Tariq Nasheed was in this video? Since somebody brought it up in the comment section. If y'all want to see Tariq Nasheed in this video, let me know. I'll point him out to you. He was right there in your face. You didn't even know it. It's on 2 occasions in the video. I think it was 3 occasions. Let's go. Let me show y'all Tariq Nasheed. Fuck the dumb shit. Hold up. Where you at? Cause I don't want to play the song. I might get copyright infringement. I can tell you exactly where he at. Is it right here?
No.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
7,000.
No, that's not him. That's the other guy. That's Tariq Nasheed right there. How much the pixel can only go to 480? That's Tariq Nasheed right there in the blue. He right there in the blue. But I'm gonna show you another part where you probably couldn't see him right there. This Tariq Nasheed right here.
That ain't my bad. Look, well, you need to get your finger out my face. I turn on your chicken head.
The part where he was like, if I'm gonna fuck around and go, I turn on your chicken head. That was Tariq Nasheed. A lot of people didn't even know that. From way back. Like, so that let you know this nigga gotta be damn near 50 something. Like, yo, you was in a video, you was looking damn near 30. You was damn near 30 in the 90s. Like, what the fuck, bro? Anyway, nonetheless, I want to get into a throwback video, right? And for those who know the Black Authority, or AKA Jason Black, he has a lot of videos that aren't on YouTube because he removed them. I kept a lot of his videos because a lot of videos, I remember from back then that were real important and real dope. So 2 of them were associated with Father's Day. Now you gonna get your jaws tight for this, because a lot of women might be upset, but that's what I don't give a fuck. We keep it real over here. At least I do. So what I'm gonna get into, the title of this video is called Father's Day or Die. and this is from Jason Black. If I want to say, I think this was 2012 or 2013. And here we go. Put the check on, bro. What the fuck? Check. All right, here we go.
For a man, you can't imitate him.
Hold on, start off. So everybody knows that voice. Here we go.
There's no substitute for a man. You can't imitate him. You can't duplicate him. And you can't replace him. You often hear single mothers say, I don't need a man. Well, the problem is your kids do. The man is the leader and head of his society because he is the chief defender and first line of defense to ensure his people's survival. As long as the man is empowered, his people are safe and secure. Remove the man from his throne, and you have severed his people's head from its body. Black people in America are in a shambles, and the root cause is because the black man is no longer in his rightful place. The family is the basic building block of society, but you can't build an empire with broken blocks. Right now in black society, we have a situation where black females have accepted the white government as their man of the house. But the government isn't your family. In truth, the government isn't even your friend. The only person who has ever taken on the white racist power structure and beaten them is the black man. And the man's job is to teach his sons the art of war so that they can continue to defend the people. The lack of fathers in the black community has left us open to attack from every side. The problems are so huge and obvious that even white pedophiles see black children as easy prey because of their lack of male father figures.
Now, I want to share something with you. A lot of people don't know who Sandusky is. He's a Penn State University head coach of the football team. And I'm going to tell y'all something. DJ Academics makes a joke about Birdman being, quote-unquote, a Sandusky to Lil Wayne, right? So the problem with this is that Academics makes a joke and calls Birdman Sandusky, right? Now, Jason Black was the only person to ever say that pedophiles, and maybe he shouldn't use white, but let's just call it what it is. Pedophiles are what they are. They prey on unprotected children. If there's a man in the way, most likely they're not going to fuck with them. Let's just call it what it is. And for him to say that Birdman is related to Sandusky, that's like a play on a joke, because black people go through that a lot. And I thought that was kind of weird that nobody called that out. Well, I'm calling it out now that Academics was never called out about his joke about Sandusky or anything such as, you know, Birdman doing any type of quote-unquote alleged molestation of Lil Wayne or whatever the case may be. He makes a joke out of it. And everybody's mad about his Chicago videos. I'm like, dude, there's a lot of shit y'all could be upset about. Why that? Why is that the only thing? Anyway, back to it.
The man and the woman are supposed to be a team, but the enemy has convinced the women to reject their leader and to go onto the field of battle with only half their team. And the enemy has won every time. For the last 40 years, they've tried to replace a father with food stamps, and it's been a disaster. The females talked a good game about how they were going to be both mother and father, but when their sons end up on drugs or in the penitentiary, they always say the same thing. He needed his daddy. I couldn't do it by myself. Now, stop. The argument is over. Your family is not complete without a father. In fact, your family isn't even a family without a father. Black society has been going up against the rest of the world with nothing but its women and its children, and we are the poorest, weakest, and most helpless people on the planet. So in order to rebuild black society, let's understand some ground rules. Rule 1. The black man is leader. And anyone who challenges his authority as leader commits treason against the black society. That means before you follow him, you make sure he is a good leader. But after you've done that, you accept his leadership. If you ever find his leadership lacking, your function is to help him perfect his leadership, but you are never to attempt to overthrow your leader. Rule 2. Choose your leader carefully. A huge problem in black society is that we have lost the basic concept of what a black man being a leader looks like. Because we've had feminine leadership, we subscribe leadership to how popular a person is. Women are attracted to the man who is the most popular, but that is not how you pick a leader. You choose a leader based on his ability to successfully solve problems, and how he lives his own life shows you his mastery of problems. So let me explain to you the leadership qualities that make for a good father. His mind. Does he love to learn, or is he happy with there being things he doesn't know? A man is supposed to be the smartest person in the room. Without knowledge, you can't lead. His speech. Has he mastered the language? Because if you can't overcome something as basic as English, we'd be a fool to think he can overcome something as sophisticated as white supremacy. How a person speaks tells people how much respect to have for you. Poor diction equals poor respect. His clothes. Does he wear a man's uniform, or is he dressed like an overgrown boy? Son.
Now, I see a lot of this shit going on right here. I see a lot of that shit. A lot of boys walking around looking like overgrown boys. And they're not baggy no more. They're tight now. So they're like, just look at the bullshit. Like, they're tight jeans, and then they're still showing the, like, matter of fact, I seen fucking Kenny fucking Martin. What's his name? Kenneth Jenkins, Nika's fucking brother. This nigga had some tight jeans on, sagging, showing his boxes, and his shirt was purposely short enough to show his boxes at the same time. So now they're wearing the clothes to just show the brand name of their boxes and their belt at the same time. Like, that shit is weird. Like, yo, like, what are we doing out here? Like, what's going on? Like, is that like, do I want to show my boxes? Do I want to show my boxers? That's crazy. Fucking nuts. But anyway.
Learn nothing from men with sagging pants except how to be a mama's boy or a sissy. Your sons need to see a man dressing for work, not like teenagers who never grew up. His principles. Is he willing to die for what he believes in? Make sure he can tell you what that is. If the only things he's willing to die for is his mama and his kids, then leave that mama's boy where you found him. Supposed to be committed to his people as a whole.
Shit, I forgot I had to fucking take on mute. Y'all bear with me, man. I'm trying to remember shit. I keep forgetting. So what I was saying is, what he meant by that is that you should have more that you're willing to die for or fight for. This is what I meant to say before I was on mute. So you should have more that you're willing to die for, because you don't want to have responsibility that nature intended for the reason that you fight or live for. So what he means by that is have more that you're willing to die for. And like I said, we got to stop telling our children that I do this, I do that. Like, I feed you, I give you a roof over your head. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do that. That is your job. That's your responsibility. So I myself don't tell my son, I do this, I do that. I'll be like, I got you this. I got you into this specific program to do this and XYZ, or I bought you this so you can have a good summer, and I bought you this 4-wheeler or whatever, because these are things I don't have to buy you. You don't have to have material things. Food is not material things. Shelter is not material things. Clothing, depending on the type of money you spend, is not material things. So I just want to make that clear.
Oh, his family is a given. What else is he willing to lay down his life for? His goals. In some ways, this one is the most important because it defines the reason he exists. A man is supposed to be building something. That's his job, to build a house for his family, temples to worship, and organizations to build even grander things. A man who doesn't think he has anything to build is a man who doesn't think he has any responsibility to his people. When a man feels he has a purpose and a responsibility to his people, he hones all these other skills, his mind, speech, clothes, and principles, because he will need all of those to accomplish his goals. It's said that a nation can rise no higher than its women, but its women will not rise or survive without the man. Nope. And the attack on black men's right to exist by their own people must stop. We have a never-ending parade of foolishness because we keep denying what nature does not allow.
Exactly.
You cannot eliminate the man without eliminating yourself.
Right.
Some people may wonder why I don't blame the white power structure more for what's occurred, and why I'm putting so much responsibility on the people the system has used.
You got to.
Many of you say they're just slaves. But you must understand that every slave is complicit in his own bondage, and at some point you stop being a victim and start being a collaborator. And black people need to stop conspiring with the enemy against their own leader. The enemy created Oprah Winfrey, TANF, SSI, and every other thing they have handed to black society as a means to diminish the value of the black.
Hey, how you doing, Taj? You could have said hello. She just came out the bush to just say that's bullshit. But I'll allow you to talk about it before we go. You want to join the discussion and have a discussion about it?
Black man in his own home, to make him a king without a kingdom. And this is why you end up with white supremacy being able to kill your unarmed sons and daughters, to beat your mothers, sisters, and grandmothers down in the middle of the street while you cry out, "Where are the black men to defend us?" The black males are standing around holding the video cameras, recording what happened to you, but they aren't lifting a finger because you told them you are in control of the society and not them. So they are waiting on the women to save themselves from the police and the children to keep themselves from being murdered. A woman's job isn't to try to be a father, because you can't. The woman's job...
For those that don't know, that's Eldridge Cleaver, ladies and gentlemen.
Job is to control who is allowed to become a father. That shows a man you are most concerned with being his partner, not his competitor. That's why competing against the man always fails, because you're supposed to be on the same team. And that brings us to another point. You cannot mess up your life and then expect that the man's job is to run in and save you from all the bad decisions you made. And that goes for everyone. Men,
I did two
women,
ways.
And children. A man is supposed to be your leader, not your savior. Men shouldn't promise what they won't give, but women shouldn't demand what they don't want. No man is going to run up to lead a woman and children who don't want to be led.
Facts.
When a woman has 4 kids by 5 different men, that's a clear sign she has no desire to be led. I want to direct my final statements to black men. I put everyone else on notice with this video, but now it's your turn. I am talking to every black man listening, not just Pookie and Ray Ray, but Carlton and everyone else. The black community needs fathers, but father is another way of saying leader. So many of you have been frustrated because you felt there isn't any value in being a black man in the black community because you inherently get no respect, that you can't lead because no one allows you to lead. Let me tell you something. The authority to lead isn't something you ask for. It's something you take. It's always been in your hands. But the white powers and those whom they've turned against us have tried to raise us to deceive us into believing it's not. They want us to believe we are weak and powerless because they know inside every black man is a king who begins walking once he recognizes who and what he is. And everyone else considers it their job to keep us enslaved. Have you ever noticed it's white people who always want to sell you liquor? Have you ever noticed it's females who always encourage you to get weed and stay high? Have you ever noticed it's broke people who always tell you you don't need to have any money? None of these adversaries have the power to stop me.
That is like, it's like a play on like the joke. It's like a joke, but it's like an inside joke. Like 4 kids by 5 baby daddies. It's just that's the clever way of saying it. Like, that's ridiculous, but he made it ridiculous. And y'all get my point. It's kind of like a dude, as a rapper that said, I got 2 baby mamas, but I ain't got no kids. I'm fucking with y'all. That's my lesbian friends. It's a joke. You see what I'm saying? But I'll talk about that later.
So they attempt to convince you to stop yourself. And that brings me to the final adversary responsible for taking the black man off of his throne. You, the black man himself. Remember what I said about every slave being complicit in their own bondage? Well, that includes you, black man. Because the truth is, we've developed a taste for being unempowered. We've grown accustomed to being led by our whores and pushed around by white society. We created coping mechanisms like blues music and bringing home jailhouse culture like sagging our pants even after we left prison. We've gotten used to being taken care of by women as if we were trophy wives. We no longer mind that we are the only race of men on the planet who aren't building anything other than...
Hey Todd, that's funny. That's hilarious. That was funny as hell, yo. That's a funny ass comment, yo.
And everyone is happy with us in our helpless and broken state because all of them can see us for what we are, and they smile because they see that they are weaker than us.
Giggles, you gonna talk about this, right? I won't talk to you. I will talk to everybody about
our queens, princes, and princesses cry out to be saved from the ghetto slum females who betrayed us, the white government that empowers them, and the slavish males who enable them. And one more thing. Evolution dictates that obsolete organisms go extinct.
Extinct?
This world has no use for a king without a throne. Whenever a conquering army overthrows a kingdom, if they capture the king alive, they don't keep him prisoner. They execute him.
Yep.
And black man, you are that conquered king. You will either take your rightful place, or you will die. It's that simple. I'm not here to celebrate Father's Day. I'm here to remind you of who and what you are, and why you need to go back. You were taught that it was wrong for you to be a man. You were taught that everyone else around you has a right to be empowered except you.
You know, the thing about this is that a lot of y'all really aren't paying attention. Y'all just expressing yourself. And if you're expressing yourself by throwing insults, you're not even getting the point. This let me know, like, what y'all think. Because he's saying a lot of important things. Because remember, he's talking to the black men at this point. He's putting them on notice. But y'all haven't said anything about that. You see that? When he put women on notice, when he put the black women on notice, you didn't say, you said a lot, but he putting the black men on notice. I haven't seen not one comment about that. Well, you think it's that simple, but I'm gonna break it down for you. And I like the comment you made too, where you said, who's getting them pregnant? Nobody said anything about them not getting pregnant by men. You asked a question that didn't need to be answered. I don't think he's not smart. I don't think he's not smart. Or you think he's dumb, or you think he's not. I don't get it. I didn't think this was about being smart either. I'm gonna open up this thing, and we're gonna talk about this real quick.
Most of you were raised.
Y'all got me scared to play the next video. If I play the next video, y'all probably gonna be pissed. Anyway.
By the white system's pawns, single mothers, and those servants of destruction raised you to hate being a man and to bow to someone who could not lead you. They taught you to hate the word father and to worship the words white and mother. Our enemy is crafty. Like the serpent in the Garden of Eden, he knew he couldn't take down the man on his own, so he enlisted the man's woman to do it for him. But we as men have an obligation to be smarter and stronger than Adam. I want you to recognize that Hannibal Barca, Shaka Zulu, Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, and every other great black man who shook this planet is living inside you. starting today.
Remember, before laws were created, women didn't have a say-so. Keep that in mind. Women didn't have a thing to talk about. Y'all didn't have a say-so. Like, you probably couldn't talk in court before laws became an idea. But remember, men had to give you those laws. You see? You see what you just said, Fire? Remember that.
I want you to stop looking to your children and your woman for affirmation and start looking to yourself.
Yourself.
We are always looking for someone to bow to.
Self-preservation is how people evolve. Period. That goes for men, women, dogs, whatever. Once you evaluate who you are, like a lion doesn't have to explain him to anybody in the fucking jungle like, I'm a lion. That's like, it's self-explanatory. Like, don't fuck with me. Like, you know how this go down. You know what's up. Like, you don't walk up to a cat and tell him, rah. No, you understand it by my presence. My presence let it be known. You see what I'm saying? And it's the way nature intended. You see?
And this has been our undoing. White society works together. Our women work together, even if it means working against us. The only people who don't work together are black men. We have to start defining our manhood on our own terms. Today. We have to become used to the idea of dealing with other black men today. We have to become our own best friends today. We have to define our value by how many men we can work with, not how many women we can sleep with. We have to stop discarding the value of being a man. Men think. Men act. Men protect. Men build. I don't know if you're a black man raised in the worst housing project in Compton or the poshest suburb in New Hampshire, but I do know there's no excuse to be a black man who isn't thinking, acting, and building. Not anymore. We can blame black women for sabotaging us and the white power structure for crippling us until Jesus comes back, but they can't hold us down one moment longer than we allow them to. We as black men have lost so much power by not all being on the same page. And when all of us as black men accept the authority given to us at birth as men, when we all send the same message to the world that we are not your slave, we're not your nigger, we're not your mama's boy, your bastard baby, or your trick male you can punk. We're men. And we're not asking to be given our crown, we're taking it. When we do that, then everything will change.
Don Roberto, thank you so much for inviting me to your country. I appreciate it.
Amigo,
to your beautiful country.
Con mucho cariño. Que esta es su casa, que este es su país, es la ciudad. Que lo disfrute.
You know, everybody's not going to have the balls to come out here and meet him, but for him to have us out here is a privilege. We appreciate it.
Que yo sé que ellos tienen el mismo estilo que hemos tenido nosotros toda la vida, de ayudarle a las personas que están necesitando de nuestras ayudas.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Te voy a enseñar algunas cosas importantes en la vida para que las puedas aprender y poner en práctica.
Nigga, that Medellin. Bring your lungs, I be steaming with the mollies. Bring the guns, I get the steamer in the party. Nowadays you might see me with a Barbie. Was gonna take my ex back, seen her with Safari. Had her with the work in the car, that was my damn bitch. But you join the circus, you do clown shit. When you fuck up, can't come back around this. Word from the late great HUD, how I sound sick. It might be old as some, but look, I never spoke on it. Don't like it, my dick's available. choke on it, talk when I wanna talk. No pressure from my Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. Before the internet, I've been the man. I'm still that nigga, cop a car, turn the corner and call your bro. We got a friend, they wanna be trained. I yell out all aboard. You making laws, y'all call the law. You ain't trying to win the chip, then what you ballin' for? One of my girls, he want a wife up. Ready to change his life up. DM'd him, I love you, then told him swipe up. Drained his bank account, then told him life sucks. Up from the bottom, I made it right to the top. Santa Claus sit on my lap, baby. We gotta get it, we'll get it going. Believe me, bust a cap, no cap, baby. This is that Medellin. What you smoking, nigga? Nigga, that Medellin. This is the Medellin. Let's get it. I ain't signed to Mona me. Mona shopping my movies, Mona work for me. Rather work with me, that happen when the bosses meet. Only way you could talk to me from across the street. Mr. Kama, what we got in common, no. Streets of Harlem, I treat them just like they Monaco. Like a verse shower curtain, somebody let Madonna know. Your girl jumped in and jumped off, I yelled Geronimo. Still counting money, dummy, that's why they on mine. $3 million weed deal, $2 mil from the online. Another $1.5 million when it's tour grind. 8-digit movie deal, yeah, Jason Bourne time. More hoes when the doors close, more so loitering, curving all award shows. Waiting to bid up on your house when it foreclosed. Moving in, now I'm using it for wardrobe. One of my girls, he want a wife up. Ready to change his life up. DM'd him, I love you, then told him swipe up. Drained his bank account, then told him life sucks. Up from the bottom, I made it right to the top. Santa Claus sit on my lap, baby. We gotta get it, we'll get it going. Believe me, bust a cap, no cap, baby. This is the Medellin. What you smoking, nigga? Nigga, that Medellin. Yo, let me get a bump real quick. This is the Medellin.
And I have yet to see any comment about the commentary on black men. I'm still waiting. Like, somebody mentioned about the laws, but I already said that. Who was he preaching to? It was just a video. It wasn't. It was for anybody who's willing to listen. I think I don't want to play the other one. Y'all gonna really be pissed off about the other one. See, this is the Wax, bro. This is the old Jason Black. You feel me? This is the old Jason Black. You know what I'm saying? I still don't know if he's black or whatever. I don't know. That dude is weird. Like, he been on YouTube over 10 years. Nobody's never seen his face. That was one thing. I called him out on that one day. But alright, so this next one, again, I'm sorry, but that's bad. Okay, I get it. We gonna talk about this though, right? Y'all wanna have a discussion about it? We're gonna have a discussion about it though. That way we can see if we can break down some very valid points about everything. Easily said than done. Tell all Adolf Hitler that is so tell them. We'll get into all that. I'm gonna break all that down. And here you go. This one is called Happy Father's Day, Mom, Silly, Sick, and Stupid. Cause he had, I think this was in 2000. I think that other one was 2012. This was in 2013. So he went like back to back, like 1 year then the next year. Alright, so here we go. And once again, for the record, this was nothing new about the whole baby daddy card shit, because he's going to talk about that card, that particular card from that year. What's up, Mike Jones? And the particular card was a mahogany card, which is supposed to be a card for black people. So he's going to discuss all of that and break it all the way down. Anyway, let's go.
A couple of years ago, the Hallmark greeting card company put out a card aimed at black women that said, Happy Father's Day to single mothers. It was clear from this that white society could see the schism and was determined to capitalize on it. So they create a greeting card that commemorates all the women who've engaged in nasty, unprotected sex for their poor choices in men they've chosen to lay down with. Now we have to fight to preserve common sense every year because we've all seen some ignorant hood rat wannabe black female who's a 3-time loser with kids by the worst goons in town declaring that she is both father and mother. Do you understand how ridiculous that is? Do you understand how much self-loathing a person has to deny their own gender? Do you see how twisted your worldview is to think that you have the capacity to replace a child's father? Have you ever heard women say that a man can be father and mother? No. The truth is, black people have the only women who are so mentally fractured that they can actually hear someone call them a man, refer to them as a father, and they will smile and take it as a compliment.
Now for the record, the last video, I probably agree with my 80% of that shit because I don't believe in Adam and I don't believe in white supremacy because I think that shit is like a myth to me. It's not that deep. One more time. So look, there's a lot of things I do agree with in that video and this video. Now, he did get a little outlandish in this video, but there's way more you should agree with because we want to pretend. And remember, pretending is where black people are now. We're pretending that everything is okay. You feel me? Let's continue.
The problem in black society is that black females today hate themselves. They can't be white, they don't want to be black, and now we see they don't even want to be what they are, female. The truth is, most black women today loathe not just being a woman, but being alive. We don't like to talk about that in black society because black people have told themselves that white people are the only people with mental and emotional problems. But the truth is, if we were to be honest, at least...
And let's be real, because I remember when I was a kid, they said that when kids used to come to school that had mental issues, they say, oh, that's not a black thing, that's a white thing. That's when I was in middle school. You see what I'm saying? People used to say that and try to pretend that mental issues was like a broad, it wasn't even a fucking open discussion amongst black people. And I thought that was weird because we don't talk about mental issues. Like, how often have you seen a documentary dedicated to black people or a black community about mental issues? How many documentaries have you seen where black people presented a documentary strictly about the black community and mental issues? How many documentaries have you seen where it's just solely dedicated to black people so we could discuss those issues? Oh wait, do y'all have a title for one? Anybody got a title? Wax, do you got a title of a documentary or any type? Because YouTube videos is one thing. We talking about a documentary because we got multiple documentaries about sex, hair, comedians and violence. You see what I'm saying? So where's the documentary from all these black leaders about black mental health? That's why I was telling my homeboy Chad, I said, dude, if you did a documentary about black mental health, bro, you'd be the first one to do that. Excuse me. Dick Gregory has not done a documentary about black mental health. He's done videos. He's never done a documentary. We even got a documentary about black economics. We got that from multiple. We got multiple from Henry Clark to I forgot the light skinned guy, John Henry Clark. You got one from Jason Black himself, Tariq Nasheed. You got Hidden Colors. You see what I'm saying? Like in the Hidden Colors series, do they even admit that black people have mental issues? I've seen them all. Have they even admitted in any of those documentaries that black people have mental issues? No. Nah. Because we think that that's not something that's worth talking about. It's not important. When it really should be discussed. And if it's not going to be discussed, then what's going to happen is that, well, you're going to pretend things are, it's kind of like, if I walk around my room, right? And if I pretend it's not dirty, then I'm gonna think it's clean, and eventually psychologically I'm gonna start saying this is not dirty. My room I'm in right now, it's not filthy, but it's not clean. You feel what I'm saying? It's not clean. I probably need to dust over here where my shelf is. I could clean my desk a little bit. I can dust my desk a little bit. It's a lot of things I could do in this room, but what if I do is if I pretend it's not dirty, then what I'm gonna start thinking is there's nothing wrong with the room I'm in. And what happens is a lot of people they're satisfied with sitting in a dirty room thinking it's clean. Because psychologically you've been in this room for so long, you think it's okay. So what happens in the black community, we think that mental health is just such a thing where we, in most cases, let's be real here. In the black community, people are getting checks and everything. We're getting the Social Security, we're getting mental pills, we're taking Ritalin, we're taking Adderall. We got children getting what they call it, what's the thing, what's that thing called, IEP for the children, so it doesn't leave them behind, and things of that nature. That shit is growing. Like, people have grown into this thing and we still don't talk about it enough. We don't. We pretend everything is okay. So much so that homosexuality in the black community is even okay now. That shit is okay now. I don't got a problem with people being homosexuals, but let's not pretend that when you're a child and when you're young and when you're not even old enough to be sexually active, like you're old enough to be sexually active by puberty, but by law, because there's certain laws that put in place. So there could be 10, 12, 11, 12. Listen, my son went to Robert R. Church in Whitehaven. We're not talking about pregnant women. I don't even know what you're talking about right now. We're talking about mental health. White blacks get shit different better than white kids. That's not true. Adderall and Ritalin and different things like that. All medication is bad. All of them. Every white pill is somewhat poison. Even I was talking about it on a drop panel. Styrofoam. I just learned a week ago that drinking out of a styrofoam cup is poison. Drinking out of a styrofoam cup is poison. Even if it's a cup of alkaline water in a styrofoam cup, once it touches the cup, it is considered poison. Did y'all know that? That's how deep the information goes that we don't even learn. We think that all you drinking out of a styrofoam cup is okay. But just imagine this though. There's guys that drink codeine in a styrofoam cup and they have to double it up because what it does, it eats through the cup. The first one, what it does, they double it up so it doesn't eat through the second cup. It actually sits and it bonds the styrofoam. So imagine that you're putting codeine in your system, number one. Number two, the poison that comes from the styrofoam is in your system now. They was giving out HPV vaccinations. Some are really touched because 90% of our thinking is subconscious. Yeah, I mean, all I'm saying is that let's stop pretending. Because as long as we keep pretending, we ain't going to be shit. We're only going to get worse. Like I said, if there was a race war to break out right now amongst black people and white people, we lose. Probably within hours. 100%. 100%. Fact. We're losing hours. Matter of fact, we'd be the first ones off the fucking board. Mexicans are probably fighting more than we were. Mexicans are probably standing a lot more stronger than black people. I'm just gonna be real. We got black people on YouTube who can't push shit aside and just have a brotherhood panel. I challenged that weeks ago. Ain't nobody on that level. There's some guys out there that are, but I ain't never had no beef with them, so that's why we cool. You feel me? For real, you get a fucking race war and put black people in the mix. We'll be gone in hours. Some of us ain't even ready to go to war with each other. You feel me? If we really just want to be honest, because I don't like living in fairy tales. I don't believe in Santa Claus, and my son don't even hear that shit from me. Santa Claus ain't real. The Easter Bunny ain't real. None of that shit. The tooth fairy, nigga, your tooth fall out. You ain't getting paid for that. It's a process. Now, when you get older, you don't want them tooth falling out. You know what I'm saying? You don't want your teeth falling out. You feel me? Now, when you get older, facts, right? Because I had a couple of niggas and a friend, it leaked. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, styrofoams is poison. Pills are poison. You feel me? Yeah, so you know, let's stop pretending like this dude ain't saying nothing wrong. He keeping it 100. Cause we the same black people, especially black, we the same black women who be like, we listen to these niggas on YouTube and we say, man, whatever, he talking about shit, he angry, blah blah blah. And what we do is we jump in our car, we make a left on such and such street, and we make a right, and then we make another left, and then we right there in the neighborhood of all the shit we just heard in this video, that we pretend we didn't hear it or know about it. You see what I'm saying? We'll pretend we never knew that shit existed. As if we don't know Lil Keisha is up the block and got 5 baby daddies by 5 different niggas. 5 babies by 5 different guys. You feel me? And then those 5 different guys got probably 25 children split amongst themselves. You feel what I'm saying? We'll pretend that shit don't exist. And yeah, we can talk about the guys. Yeah, the guys, okay, get it. But you do know that black women in the black community have more children than the black men. That's a fact. 100% fact. That there's more black women who have children more than black men. Now, I try to defend black women on this note, that it could be because you don't know who the father of most of these children are. Let's stop pretending that don't exist. You feel what I'm saying? We need to stop pretending that don't exist. I got a cousin right now who told me 6 kids right now. He don't know if he got more. He said, I'm pretty sure I do. He been fucking around that much. He said, I'm pretty sure I got more kids out here. He said, I could guarantee it. I got probably 1 or 2 out here I don't even know about. You feel me? That's me putting them on notice. Because he said that. Real talk. Y'all remember the Shawty Low TV show that they didn't want to approve on television because they felt like they didn't want a black man making money off the same shit that Love and Hip Hop show you. The same shit Love and Hip Hop show you, they didn't want him to get paid. Because he felt like, well, since I got all the women in check and I got all these women under my wing and they taken care of, we don't want to give no black man a TV show. But they'll put that same concept into a show where women get all the money and the men get put to the back. But there are some people we don't hear about the outlandish. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if y'all want the good news, go watch Tyler Perry lie to you. Go let him lie to you. What's the other guy? Tabret. Go let him lie to you. There's a bunch of people that's lying to you. You feel me? Maury's gonna lie to you. Jerry Springer has been lying to you. You see what I'm saying? Having kids is painful. You know what, Giggles? Having kids is deadly. You do know you can die from pregnancy, right? You can die from giving birth. You know this, right? It's beyond painful. See, painful is the secondary thing about pregnancy. Death can occur. That's something women don't say. You can die from having a baby. You can die during pregnancy. You can die giving labor. Your life is at risk. 100% fact. See, they say pain. Pain is the secondary part of it. It's kind of like me having surgery, or let's say if I had surgery, a baby mom wrote me. Happy Father's Day to one of the best fathers God can give me. Let me know where you're working. Shit. God damn it, shit, I can't even read the first one. Let me know when you're working so I can bring you some Father's Day dinner. Having kids is a big responsibility that y'all can't commit. You're right. But at the end of the day, the common denominator is this: your life is at risk. That's the #1 reason black women need to understand. Women in general need to understand that having kids is your responsibility because your life depends on it. You can talk your way out of that. but you can't. See, when a man gets you pregnant, he can run laps around the English Channel for 9 months. What you gonna do? You're gonna go through the pains and everything that comes with it. And when it's time to lay on that table, or bed, I'm sorry. God damn, that sounds like that's an abortion thing. I'm sorry. Bed. When you lay into the hospital bed and you're about to give birth, your life is on the line. Your life is on the line for 9 months. Your life is on the line the night you give birth. And after you give birth. Those are 3 consequences of your life. The man ain't got to worry about none of that. What he got to worry about? He's just waiting. He's just the process. You're the work. Like, he's the one that throws the mix in the bowl until you hear. Stir it up. Throw it in the oven. You bake the cake. You feel me? Have as many babies as y'all can. Hey, having babies is not a good idea. Having responsible parents, having responsible relationships, because me personally, I don't believe in marriage. It's a good idea. Like, if you're happily married, I congratulate that. That's dope. But I don't personally believe in marriage. I think people should be together and be able to leave each other if they don't want to be together. I don't believe in a state system. I don't believe in none of that shit. Like, we have to have a license. Like, yo, get married on your own terms. Make your own rights to your own marriage amongst each other. Yeah, I think people should be grown enough to do that. Where you have babies on your own accord, on your own, standard. Babies can die too. Stop saying that's a deflection. We're talking about you. We're talking about your life. Because at the end of the day, it's all about your life. You see what I'm saying? Yes, babies can die. And you can have a miscarriage. And you can have a baby that's mentally disabled. And your baby can come out deformed. You see, I mean, you can switch the goalposts all you want at the end of the day. You still got 10 yards to get a first down. And you still have to score a touchdown. That's the concept of sports in football. Like, you still got to look at it like you're the bearer. You see, I understand. I see what you were trying to do. Like, sickness and everything worried for you, the child, and the baby could die. I understand you don't want to deal with reality. I get that. That's what it seemed like to me, Giggles. The reality is your life is at risk. Period. My daughter's not grown. Not really. But it's still my top priority. I agree. Let's finish this up. I got to go. I done preached a little bit too much.
Every other female you know, even the ones in your family, detest being born.
Now, I don't agree with this statement, but in most cases, it's like a few of them who detest being born. I don't think women just run around this motherfucker like, I want a king, not a clown with a crown. Yeah, so.
In some way, how many men listening have ever actually asked your mother or your aunts or the women in your life if they've ever wanted to kill themselves? Have you ever thought to ask any of the women in your life if they have tried to kill themselves? Have you ever noticed that most black women today have a purse full of prescriptions, usually pain medications? Most men don't. We just see the loud mouth and belligerence, and we assume these women are so puffed up with arrogance and narcissism that they absolutely adore themselves, and that is a lie. All this arrogance and self-absorption we see from Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry's minions is a smokescreen to hide the fact that most black women today are completely and utterly lost. I assure you that as bad an opinion as I have about black females with a bad attitude, her opinion of herself is far worse. You know what hell is? Hell isn't a place with fire and brimstone and no one around but you and the devil. Hell is being surrounded by people and feeling totally alone. Hell is walking into a crowd of people trying to speak to them and being totally ignored. Hell is being the most sexually abused girls on the planet, but because your mother refuses to admit her mistakes, you have to pretend to everyone that nothing has happened to you. And then having your mother, your female role model, tell you it's no big deal and you brought it on yourself. But don't believe me. I want you all to do an experiment. Go talk to just 3 females you know and say to them, hey, I heard this guy named Jason Black say something today, and I know he's crazy, but I just want to prove him wrong. Have you ever tried to kill yourself? Ask them that. And then wait for the answer.
That's not how you get your point across, so I don't agree with that whatsoever. I think you discuss something and you have an open discussion with that individual, and you need to get to know them before you just blatantly just ask a question like that, because that's disrespectful. So I don't agree with that at all. However, that's like I said, I believe I agree with maybe 70% of this video, 80% of the other one I just played, for the record.
There's a place in a woman's life that only a man can fill. And when a girl is raised by a mother who is so evil that she deliberately denies her daughter that man in her life, you have broken this child forever. Ordinarily, females like that would starve to death, but the white government stepped in to subsidize the incomes of females who turned against their own daughters. And now you can get food and housing for as long as you want, so you can have a place to poison your daughters' minds and produce the next generation of hopelessly broken and lost females who now hate themselves and are pregnant with daughters of their own.
That I do agree with. You don't even have to come into the world of reality and the communities to see that that's true. Look online. There's at least maybe 20 videos in the last 2 years I've seen where mothers are fighting their daughters. Like one video, a woman was beating up her daughter because she said that her boyfriend raped, or not rape, I don't want to say rape. She said her boyfriend touched her, and the mother beat her up for saying that. I saw that, and I thought that was the most disgusting shit. And then everybody was like saluting the shit like that. It was allowing the woman to beat up her child. Mostly whites are on welfare. They should be. It's more of them than us. See how that argument is just destroyed. You see how I just destroyed that argument like it was over with. There should be. It's just like in Chicago, the violence should be at an all-time high because they're the 3rd most populated city in the country. See? See? Boom. Y'all gotta start, like, before you just say shit, you gotta, like, really break it down, like, why are there more white people on welfare? Well, some more of them. It should be more. But the percentages are not that far off that black people are close to that percentage. And that's the embarrassing part, that we are considerably, by label, the minority compared to the majority. And if there's like, I think if I don't want to make up a number. I think it's like a 15% difference that we're that close to white people in percentage and we're the minority compared to the majority. That's bad. That's horrible. That's a horrible statistic that we're close. I can understand if it was like 5 to maybe 45%, but we're like this close to white people in percentage of welfare. Anyway.
And they are desperately trying to cling on to any opportunity to have their existence acknowledged. And the more society has ignored them, the more outrageous their behavior has become. It isn't just your imagination running wild. Black females as a group today have adopted any and all wacky behaviors you can name because they are starved for attention and can't stand to be ignored anymore.
Those are facts.
So this is why they don't feel embarrassed to do something as ludicrous and bizarre as thank you for calling them a father. This is why they resort to all kinds of outlandish behavior that 15 years ago you would only see drug-using white girls doing. And now you only see the average black female doing it. They dye their hair outlandish colors, get piercings all over their faces, put tattoos on their breasts.
Facts. Community is destroying each other. Child just asked for a color flag. Mother cursed back. Hold on. Excuse me. They make up laws as they go. Mother curses baby no more than 8 years old. Not that flag. Wow. Damn.
And then wear revealing clothing so you can see them. But people are no longer shocked by that, so they have to get even worse. They start fist fights for any or no reason at all.
When it comes to income, we are the minority. We are majority, but when it comes to income, we are the minority. No, we're not. When it comes to income, we're not the. No. Well, I don't get what you're saying. Like, we are the majority. Are you saying we are the majority based on labels? Because we based it on labels of Caucasian and quote unquote African Americans. By that label, we are the minority. In income, we spend more money on outlandish shit based on holidays, not in general. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, I don't. God, that's another topic.
All to the point there are more online videos of black females fighting than any other group. And when all this finally fails to get attention, they then trick a man into getting them pregnant. After all, the law doesn't give children the freedom to up and leave you the way the man did.
Oh.
The reality is they don't really care about being called a father. They just care if it gets them noticed. And that's sad. Because they do have value in being women, but they don't see any value in being a woman. And they certainly don't see...
You hear what he said? Are y'all gonna ignore what he just said?
...any value in being a mother. This is why they don't try to be good mothers. Because they never wanted to be mothers in the first place. They just thought it would be an easy way to get attention. And now they see...
We ain't talking about other races, style. We talking about black people. Stay on subject. Why is he talking about black? Because he's black, according to what they say. I don't know if he's black for real. I just know I don't got time to be talking about what white people do. I'm a black man, so I live in a black world. I have a black son. I had a baby by a black woman. You know what I'm saying? My family's black. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't got time to be talking about what white people do. I mean, what white people do don't affect me. That's why you never see me doing videos talking about Trump this, Trump that. I don't give a fuck about dude. I don't give a fuck about none of these presidents. I don't give a fuck about Obama. I don't give a fuck about Trump, Clinton, or Clinton, the female Clinton, or Hillary. I don't give a fuck about none of them people. Like J-Rock said on his latest album, man, miss me with that Trump shit. I got bills to pay. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, I don't got time to be talking about what white people do. I'm black. You understand? I worry about my black people because I am that color. Like, when I walk out my door, there's black people in my neighborhood. I gotta worry about who gonna try to do this and do that to me. I don't got time to be worried about no white people. I don't live around white people. When I live around white people, I'll start worrying about white people. When white people start taking shit from me, I'll start worrying about white people. When a white person break into my house, I'll start worrying about white people. Make sense? When I'm worried about getting shot at, when if it's a white person shooting at me or whatever the case may be. You feel me? That's the deflection tactic. Like, let's not talk about us. Let's talk about what white people do. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, they got their own problems and they deal with those problems. Yeah, they deal with their problems. That's why when you seen, like, when you heard about the Asian shooter at the school, the Asian people didn't say, oh, well, black people and white people do that. No, they said, man, dude ain't got nothing to do with our community. Fuck him. He don't represent us. You feel me? Man, I forgot what school was it, Virginia Tech? They clearly separate themselves. Like that, we ain't got no control over that shit. We don't even want to be, he don't represent us at all. Fuck him. I mean, black people would do that. Feel me? Like I said, that's the pretending thought.
It's business. That's why almost 70% of prison inmates are the children of single mothers.
It's higher than that now.
Just because the system is out to get them. It's because when a woman doesn't care about herself, she definitely isn't going to care about her kids. The children want their parents, but the parents want attention.
Right.
So they go to anyone who will listen, declaring themselves a father when they are failing at even being a mother. The reason they're so shameless about it is because at this point they have nothing to lose. Their father was never there for them. Their mother was never really there for them. Their families weren't there for them. They have no skills or talents that make them special. They wanted a man, but at this point their personality is so sour that they can't keep one. And as soon as their kids can walk, they head for the nearest exit. They turn on the TV, and the only way you can be popular with white folks is if you're a tremendously fat nanny or a loud, violent ghetto girl. That is until the show goes off. So everyone is willing to use you for fun, but no one really notices you exist. I'm not saying these things to give anyone a pass. I'm just saying that I understand.
It's kind of like what he just said. Did y'all know that the Carmichael Show, a lot of people thought that the Carmichael Show was corny. The Carmichael Show was one of the best shows that black people have ever had since the Cosbys. Or what was the joint with Damon Wayans? The Wayans, not Wayans. What was it called? What was the show with Damon Wayans and the girl, Wife and Kids? Since that show, this black show, Carmichael Show, was the best shit since. Where black people were put into a proper light. And black people didn't support that show. Not like it should have been. So yeah, I would have felt like Carmichael too. Like, fuck this show. It's deemed too intelligent. You feel me? So yeah, when you do look at shit like Love and Hip Hop, the fact that Love and Hip Hop on a cable network had more ratings than the Carmichael Show on NBC was sad. That's fucking sad, yo. That's sad. They had more ratings than the Carmichael Show on NBC, a nationally televised show. Post that group in the chat too, Miss Fire Goddess. Post that.
Why these females are willing to let someone call them a father like they're a transsexual. When you see no value in who and what you are, you'll accept anything people call you so long as they don't ignore you. I don't say this to show sympathy, because there's no excuse for destabilizing black society to deal with your own personal issues. Every person is responsible for what they do. Even a slave plays some role in his own captivity. It's your parents' fault if you didn't get enough love as a child. But it's your fault if you thought you could use your vagina as a bargaining chip to get affection. I've heard women say men need to be understanding about why we act the way we do. But the truth is, no one owes you anything. They don't owe you understanding, and they don't owe you compassion either. It's nice if they extend it to you, but you have no right to expect you can be offensive first and demand sympathy later. There are still some good black women who know the value of being a woman and understand their position as a mother. And I'm not talking about that Hotep, Queen, Mother, Goddess of Earth stuff. I mean a woman who understands that it's a powerful responsibility to have a...
That's a fine woman right there too, by the way.
And that her people are depending on her to value that. Women are weaker and smaller and frailer than men.
Look at what Giggles just said. You see it? Coming over to my family and they would criticize me because I'm like, you see that? You know that's a historical thing that you just said, right? Are we gonna pretend that don't exist either? Like, same as like when my grandma, who's biracial, and she had a black husband and gave birth to 15 kids. Most of them dark, most of them light, most of them brown. And she said, and I quote, my auntie's daughter, who's dark skinned, she said that that baby was the ugliest baby she ever seen. My grandma said that. What will make her say that? Giggles, what will make her say that? Answer that question for me. A biracial woman who married a dark-skinned man who gave birth to 15 kids. Follow me? 15 kids. Talked about my aunt's daughter which is my cousin. My aunt's daughter's daughter, which is my cousin, dark skin, and said that she was the ugliest baby she ever seen. She's too black. Now, right now, you can't tell my cousin shit. She's modeling in New York. She's modeling in LA, Toronto, all over the country. That's what she's a model now. She's grown. She's not a baby no more. But she said that. I ain't gonna never forget it. She said it in front of me. She used to tell me, don't go outside, you're gonna be too dark. And I'm like, yo, this is Marianna, Arkansas. Google Marianna, Arkansas, yo. Every house is like a mile apart and shit. You know what I'm saying? You got this big ass fucking field where you grow peaches and apples and shit, right? And it's only a basketball goal. Like, yo, ain't no shade out here, yo. Of course I'm gonna fucking be hot. Then y'all got this nasty ass fucking water. The fuck? You feel me? I love being dark, yo. I love it. I think it's beautiful. I can just jump out and sun gaze at the sun. Who know about putting their feet on the ground and actually just sun gaze and just looking at the sun and just feel it? I feel wonderful. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna be straight with you. I ain't never had a white girl or half-breed, or I don't want to say half-breed, that's a disrespectful thing to say. Biracial, I gotta stop saying half-breed. Okay, I keep thinking about the Cher song. A biracial girl or a white girl has never disrespected my complexion. But you know who has disrespected my complexion? A woman is about who's actually damn it, I don't got nothing brown. A little bit darker than this, right? A little bit darker than this, or the girl's color right here on the screen, which is dark skin, right? Those have been the ones who disrespected my complexion. Not that it hurt my feelings. Never hurt my feelings. I just thought it was weird. Like, why is a black woman that's almost my skin tone or my skin tone talking about with your black ass? One girl said to me, I would never have a baby by your black ass. And I'm like, yo, you just suck my dick, fuck me like every other night, and you build the nerve to try to hurt my feelings by telling me how you really feel about me. That don't even make sense. Like, for real, she said this to me. You feel me? These are things that we don't like talking about. I've been called piss yellow. Word? The fuck? Piss yellow? Ah! That's crazy. I ain't never heard that. That was new. Let's finish this up because I gotta go, y'all.
But there's a lot women offer that men don't. Women remind us that some of the most important things in our lives will be smaller and frailer than us.
Word.
Men know what they are willing to die for. Women remind us what we are willing to live for. And both of these forces, male and female, are necessary to provide the proper balance to forge a child. To all the women listening, don't you sit back and let some self-hating female demean your value as a woman by claiming that she can be mother and father.
I want to hear what y'all got to say about what you're going to hear in these last few seconds. Alright? That's about 30 seconds. I want to see a lot of women commenting on what you're about to hear. Pay attention.
Every time we allow them to get away with that, it slanders all women. I don't give a pass to a woman who detests her position as a woman so much that she assaults being a man. Because when a single mother wishes herself happy Father's Day, she isn't just attacking fathers. She's attacking motherhood itself.
Silence. Silence! Silence! Love the skin, I mean, yeah. But let's be real. Let's be real, though. A lot of women do not like being dark skinned, especially the ones that are on social media. Let's not pretend that motherfuckers ain't putting them filters on their pictures. Like, I've went on numerous women that are dark skinned, right, and who have like, let's say like 20 pictures, right? Half of them, she will look as light as this and be this fucking tone. You see what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Like, yo, like, a lot. Listen, my cousin works and does MAC makeup, and she said that MAC has a certain type of way to put makeup on where you can hide your African features, like your cheekbones and your nose structure. Like, there's a girl I know that I went to school with who had a bell pepper nose. Like, I got a bell pepper nose, but if I was to put makeup on my shit, I can make my nose look more structured by the design of a makeup. A lot of people don't know that there's certain makeup out there that's powerful to make a certain design of your face, where I've seen, like, and I'm probably gonna do a video about this too, where there's women who have certain makeup to where they can look like a totally different person. Like, they can look like somebody totally different, 100% fat. Like, I was like, wow. It got to the point now where you got to get with a woman and you got to ask her, yo, can you go wash your face? I want to see what you look like, you know, XYZ. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, like, women have an advantage. Women have an advantage because they can wear makeup, and men, well, we just have to be natural. And this is what trips me out, because there's men who are more natural than the female counterpart. There's a lot of men out here with locks, growing their hair naturally. Some of them are putting extensions in. I get it, but that's a fad. Like, that's not really a thing. You know what I'm saying? But overall, they got locks, makeup, you know, locks, and they wear their hair natural. They don't have to hide their fucking, you know, blemishes or whatever, and certain discoloration or whatever. That's why people are clowning Charlemagne, saying that he lightened his skin. No, he's still dark skinned. He just got the discoloration out of his face because he wanted an even skin tone. He's still dark. He's not brown. He's not light. Like, what are y'all talking about? Like, Charlemagne's still a dark skinned guy. He's never denied being dark skinned. And that's the problem. That's why I do videos without makeup, and I love that, Giggles. That's what I'm saying, like, for real. Like, I need to clean. But yeah, we'll get deeper to that. If y'all available tonight, later on tonight, or overnight, late this night, if y'all available, I will take calls and we'll have a discussion about my Father's Day, but podcast that we just enjoy here. And hopefully I'm gonna end this video, but I'm gonna try to see if I can get away with playing this video without getting copyright infringement. So if there's some type of block on it, what I will have to do is I'll have to chop it out and take out the video section. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end it with this, and I'm gonna play the video in hopes that they will let me buy with it. So I want to leave this with y'all because I just want to let it be known that Father's Day is just a holiday. And I'm not saying fuck Father's Day personally. What I'm saying is I'm saying fuck Father's Day because everybody does not really, there's not enough people that care about fathers in general, or manhood, or masculinity. It's under attack to where there's people out there probably right now talking about Happy Father's Day to me, and they're women. These are facts. So I'm gonna play this, just the two of us, by Will Smith, in hopes that they keep it up. And I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We checking in, checking out, and I leave y'all with the Will Smith. Just the two of us. Peace.
Dad, what's this place?
This is a sound stage.
Can you go down there? Now, Dad, this is a very sensitive subject.
From the first time the doctor placed you in my arms, I knew I'd meet death before I let you meet harm. Although questions arose in my mind, would I be man enough against wrong? Choose right and be standing up. From the hospital that first night, took an hour just to get the car seat in right. People driving off fast got me kinda upset. Got you home safe, placed you in your bassinet. That night I don't think one wink I slept. As I slipped out my bed to your crib I crept. Touched your head gently, felt my heart melt, cause I knew I loved you more than life itself. Into my knees, and I begged the Lord, please let me be a good daddy. All he needs, love, knowledge, discipline too. I pledge my life to you.
Just the two of us, we can make it if we try.
Just me and you, just me and you.
Just the two of us, just the two of us. Building castles in the sky. Just the two of us, you and I.
5 years old, bringing comedy. Every time I look at you, I think, man, a little me, just like me. Wait and see, gonna be tall, makes me laugh, cause you got your dad's ears and all. Sometimes I wonder, what you gonna be? A general, a doctor, maybe a MC. I wanna kiss you all the time, but I will test that butt when you cut out a line. True that, why you do that? I try to be a tough dad, but you be making me laugh. Crazy joy, when I see the eyes of my baby boy. I pledge to you, I will always do everything I can, show you how to be a man. Dignity, integrity, honoring. I don't mind if you lose, long as you came with it. And you can cry, ain't no shame in it. It didn't work out with me and your mom, but yo, push come to shove, you was conceived in love. So if the world attacks and you slide off track, remember one fact, I got your back.
Just the two of us, we can make it if we try.
Just me and you, just me and you. Against the world.
Just the two of us, building castles in the sky. Just the two of us, you and I, yeah.
It's a full-time job to be a good dad. You got so much more stuff than I had. I gotta study just to keep with the changing times. 101 Dalmatians on your CD-ROM. CD, I'm trying to pretend I know on my PC where that CD go. But yo, ain't nothing promised. One day I'll be gone. Feel the strife, but trust life does go on. But just in case, it's my place to impart. One day some girl's gonna break your heart. And ooh, ain't no pain like from the opposite sex. Gonna hurt bad, but don't take it out on the next, son. Throughout life, people will make you mad, disrespect you and treat you bad. Let God deal with the things they do, cause hate in your heart will consume you too. Always tell the truth, say your prayers, hold doors, pull out chairs, easy on the swears. You're living proof that dreams come true. I love you and I'm here for you.
Just the two of us, we can make it if we try.
Just me and you, just me and you.
Just the two of us, building castles in the sky. Just the two of us, you and I.
True that, true that.
Just the two of us, yeah. Just the two of us.
Daddy loves you, daddy loves you. Woo!
Just the two of us, you and I.
For the rest of your life.
This is a really good song. How much am I getting paid for this, Dad?
Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel by hitting the red subscribe button and then hitting the notification bell. If you have problems receiving notifications, make sure you unsubscribe and then hit the resubscribe button and hit the bell again. Below you have playlists of many things from the past, such as the What's the Business series, the POF Experience series, and the Memory Lane series as well as past Vision playlists. Also, there's 2 new channels to subscribe to. My son's gaming channel, For Life Gaming, and make sure you keep up with everything dealing with Huggie Pacino. This is Huggie Pacino for the Huggie Pacino Effect. Thank you for your support. And if you wish to donate,
right, we going. What a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside.
Now that's Huggie Pacino certified.